Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be right?
Yeah, just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plottytime, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail. Unnecessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
And he said, baby, up your butt with the coconut. I think he was prepared to do it, except there was no coconut. He had no coconut to my knowledge.
Other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Or, as Beethoven used to say, Die Busch werden sich nicht schneiden. These bushes won't trim themselves. But there again, he was always saying shit like that.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, it's my daughter's birthday today. Please feel free not to share things with me. Welcome to Plottytime, the most accurate podcast in the game. So, let's start where we always start with Dr. Syintist. What are you playing? What are you watching? What are you doing? What's going on with you?
You know, some stuff. I finally did watch Glass Onion, so I can talk to you guys about that.
Oh, nice.
The new
What'd
one.
you think? What's your thoughts?
I don't think it was as good as Knives Out.
No, me neither.
I didn't either.
I think Ed Norton's character is a hilarious mock of Elon Musk.
Yup.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And I thought it was a little bit far-fetched, even for that kind of genre.
I liked the end where the detective, Daniel Craig, was just fired up because it was so fucking dumb and obvious that he thought past it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was kind of good.
I thought that was an interesting take on the whodunit.
I love how he just tells him everything right away when he start. It's like, oh, it was...
He's like, I spent a lot of money putting this together. A lot of money.
It's aimed right at you. It's the only thing I can do. But yeah, it was okay.
As far as like big budget Hollywood effect, like big actors in it, as far as those movies go, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm rewatching one of them, it's probably going to be the first Knives Out.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I kind of got down this little hole of watching. There's this guy on TikTok who people like show him parts of like movies and shows. And there's like a sport like going on in the background on a TV, and they're like, find this game. And he kind of like goes through this long spirited explanation of how he finds this game. Like he's like there'll be a hockey game on, and he's like, telling by the way the crease is, this has to be the AHL from 95 to 2004. And he goes like on this long explanation, and he's like, this was a game between the Rochester whatevers and on September 3rd, 1998.
Does he have a name? Is he like the sports detective? Or
it was the sports guy. Hold on. I took a picture of it so I could remember. And then I don't remember.
So he just sees games being played like on the background in other media.
Oh yeah, it's for like 15 or like 5 seconds maybe even that. It's the No Problem Gambler.
Nice. So people just tweet him or whatever?
Yeah, and they're like, I bet you can't find this game in the background of the episode of Lost season 4.
Nice. That sounds like
I don't know if he's actually just making it up, but it sounds good the way he makes it up, so it's entertaining.
Yeah. It'd be great if he did find out he made it all up.
That'd be like he's just a fraud. That's his whole thing. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's funny hearing him go through like, I was stuck for a while until I thought of, hey, at the back of their jersey is slightly different here, so that's got to be a different team than the one. Or like he narrows it down to 2 teams and can't figure out exactly which one it is, and then he's like, but I looked at, there was number 11, and only one team had number 11 for these 3.
It's like doing long logic math puzzles for fun.
Yeah.
A lot harder though.
Like, did you ever see, it reminds me of those sites like the Jersey Watch or whatever it is, where they document like every single thing about every team's different alternate jerseys.
No.
I've never seen that.
You ever seen that?
That sounds like a Poppascotch thing.
No, I don't give a shit. People are really, really into that thing. I don't know why. It's none of my business why, but people really track jersey variants.
Yeah, just so they could buy new ones.
For our British audience, that means a kit.
You've been playing way too much rugby. Or cricket, whichever one you have.
Football, it's from, I believe. That's the short socks jersey combo. It's called a kit.
Oh, anyway. What did I play this week, you asked?
Yeah.
Played a game called, it's called Death's Door. You kind of play this like, I don't know, penguin type bird thing. And your job is to go collect souls. And
classic.
It's kind of like it's a Souls-like game, but you have to, like this one big soul escapes you, and then you have to try and figure out how to catch it again. And you go through this whole world. It's It was all right. It's kind of fun, kind of annoying.
Okay.
You know how Souls games are.
Oh, my favorite kind of annoying.
Yeah. Hard and annoying. It's my most entertaining kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all I did is play that and watch those couple of things. Kind of busy.
Okay.
So, Poppascotch, why don't you tell us what you did?
Oh, thanks for asking. Starting with what I played, I finally got through the story of God of War, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
You played the first one, right?
Yeah, but I don't like from 2018.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it.
I don't know.
I remembered the big story beats, but like I didn't remember.
Did you like this story better or the first one?
I think the first one.
Right.
But again, I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, me neither. But I swear I like the first one better.
I know, same thing. I thought I liked the first one better, but Odin was still alive and Thor was still alive at the start of the first. We're getting through another thing. I guess spoilers for those of you who haven't finished it, but everybody died. Like, not everybody, but a lot of the main bad guys die.
Dude, Odin's awesome in it.
He's great.
Some people didn't play it.
I'm just saying, Odin's awesome.
It's just, it seems like we're getting right back into the groove of like the original trilogy, the Tridge of God of War games. And
Well, did you, I mean, in all honesty, did you expect it to be different?
no, I didn't. No, I mean, if I buy God of War, I know what I'm getting with God of War. Like, the PS2/PS3 versions were very different than the 2018 version. Like, that was a huge jump to like a different style of game, which I loved. I love the format of these games.
Right.
But the story's getting a little, I don't know.
Didn't they say this is the last God of War game?
I don't know how they could. Like, they make so much money.
I'm pretty sure they said it was the last one. They're like, all right, well, that's it. That's the last story. End of Kratos' story.
That doesn't make sense the way they ended it then.
Kinda does.
Well,
They didn't want to kill.
they didn't agree to disagree without too many spoilers. We'll talk about it again, I'm sure. Someday. We'll get to it.
Oh, yeah. Once I forget about it.
Once we forget, we'll revisit it. But yeah, I finished the story. I still have a lot of like stuff to do, and while I did turn a corner and I'm not just going for platinums, I feel like I'm not done with the game. Like, I want to do some of the side missions and like some of the exploration and stuff. Once I get bored with it, I'll leave it go, or if I platinum it, whichever comes first.
Yeah, I hear that.
But I got Elden Ring and Doki Doki Literature Club to play, so I can't really be
Can't
fussing
wait.
around with this God of War. I have decided that after I'm done with God of War, the next game I play is going to be Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah, you can't go God of War right into Elden Ring.
It's too much. It's just by the time I finished Elden Ring, I'd just be burned out of long games, and I'd probably get in one of those funks where I'm like, I don't even want to play anything.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then I'll get weird. Like, I'll start playing cricket again. It'll be weird.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody needs that. Nobody. If we have any cricket enthusiasts, anyone playing Cricket 22, let me know. We'll play online. But what did I watch? The big thing, I don't remember if I talked about this or not, but I watched Peacemaker. Did I talk about this on the show?
You may have, but I don't remember.
No,
so.
definitely not. Because I would have said.
Have you guys seen
good.
it? I
Yeah, I've
loved
seen
it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
And John Cena really crushes it. Like, he really does, as this guy who's like a jock idiot, but
That's the way he does great in that role all the time.
he really does.
I
He
love when
really
he-
was perfectly cast for this.
When he just gets out of the hospital and he's like looking around, like, seriously, I could just go. Like,
Yeah, because he was in jail.
yeah,
He went to that mission with the Suicide Squad. Everybody else died but him. He woke up in a hospital, and he's like, I can just go? Like, no one's looking for me? And he was like a little bummed out that no one was like looking for him
yeah.
because he sucks. And then his buddy, the assassin guy, what was his name? I remember.
I don't remember either, but
The guy who's completely insane that was a busboy until he came back.
yeah.
It's absurd. It's a lot more fun than all the other DC stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's better with like characters too. So check it out if you're into it, folks.
Yeah.
I also watched another movie that kicked fucking ass.
Oh, yeah?
And I know at least one of you have seen it. I'm looking at you, Dr. Scientist.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for you to say it.
Did you watch Troll?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
not the
was-
1989 one?
Well, that one's great too.
That is great for different reasons.
Yes.
But the new one was fucking awesome.
I know. I loved it.
Yeah?
It was dumb as shit, and I loved it. I couldn't be happier with it.
God damn, I have to watch it now.
It is. You won't be upset. I've seen some of the shit you watch, but it's entertaining.
Right on.
And then I watched the movie Wind Chill a while ago. I forgot to talk about it. Have you guys seen this one? It's like one of, Emily Blunt's like first movies.
No,
No.
I'm still not 100% sure who Emily Blunt is.
God, I get it, man. I totally get everything.
I definitely couldn't pick her out of a lineup. But if you said she was in this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, that was her.
I'm trying to think of what she was in.
She was in Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's what I remember her most
okay.
from. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. But
definitely in that. The other big one, she was in The Quiet Place. All of those.
Oh yes.
That was a pretty good one. What else did I watch? I used to have a whole list. But anyway, Wind Chill was about this woman, Emily Blunt, who's in college, and she needs a ride home for the holidays. So she finds like a flyer for someone that's going like in the same direction, and she calls this guy. And it turns out to be a little creepy because the guy like lightly stalked her and thought this would be like a romantic way to like talk to her.
Oh, that's weird.
that's not a nice way to talk to somebody.
No, and then they get in a car accident. And things happen from there. It's a horror movie, by the way.
Oh, right.
It's a creepy one, but it's decent. Like, it's a good, we watch it around Christmas because it takes place because she's going home for Christmas.
Oh, well. So lighten the mood, I see.
Absolutely. And then I also watched Hush. Have you guys seen Hush? I think we talked about it before.
I may have. The name is so similar to other movies that I'm not sure which one Hush is.
It's a Mike Flanagan joint, the guy that did Midnight Mass and Midnight Club and...
Keep going. Talk about plot.
Midnight.
Sure, you're right. Got it. And then this is a full-length feature film he did. So it's the one with the deaf woman who gets home invaded.
Oh, and she doesn't know the guy's there?
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a half, and it's just her fighting off a home invader.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's good.
But she's completely deaf.
Is it good?
I kind of liked it.
I thought it was good. It was very tense.
Yeah.
But like my wife does not do well with like home invasion movies. Like, you know what I mean?
Does she get up and go lock the doors and
yeah, we're watching it,
Holds
and all of a
gun.
sudden, she's just sitting in the corner with a shotgun with all the lights on. It's pretty great.
understandable.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then the last thing, we just watched a little bit of TV. We caught up on some Superstore. That's really it.
Superstore.
Yeah, an inoffensive comedy. Now that The Office is off the air, something to take that spot.
Fair enough. Amen.
I don't know. I watched an episode of The Office the other day, and Michael Scott just annoys me. I don't
turned
know.
it off.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe my attitude towards the world has changed.
You think?
But every episode, I think, man, this guy would get fired in like 2 hours.
Yeah, I think about that too, and I remember when it came out, watching it and loving the show.
Yeah.
And then one person said, Jim's an asshole. And I was like, no, he's not. He's funny and cool.
No,
and then when
he's
you
an
watch
asshole.
the show again thinking he's an asshole, he's like, wow, he really is an asshole.
I always thought he was a prick, like a cocky, arrogant douche.
He is. I love Toby, though. Toby's one of my favorites.
All right.
And Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And,
characters you end up liking, you're not supposed to like from the show. And the ones you're supposed to like are all like...
Except
pieces of
Stanley.
shit.
I think you're supposed to like Stanley, and he might be my absolute favorite one.
I think Stanley is all of us at work sometimes. I think that's...
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like when he goes to Orlando and grabs a car and then fucking Creed jumps in, they speed off, and then he's wearing Hawaiian shirt. I'm on vacation. He drives away.
And when he gets in line for Pretzel Day, he's like, this is 1 day a year. I enjoy myself.
But yeah, that's all I did, played, and watched. How about you, Chump Slap? What have you been up to?
Well, I finished that Van Brace game.
Oh, Verbrace.
Van Brace, Cold Heart.
Is it good?
or whatever.
Like, obviously isn't very long if you beat it already. I thought it would be like
It's-
Darkest Dungeon where it'd take it hundreds of
Yeah, it did not take that long. Once you figure out, you just gotta use upgrades and shit, and then you almost can just walk through it. But I don't know. There's too much reading. By the end, I was just fast flipping through dialogue. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah, you didn't care about the story anymore?
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess there's other ways plenty of different ways to beat it and shit, but I don't know. I won't go back. I don't care.
All right.
You know how I do.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Then if I ever play it, you'll be like, I don't remember that game.
I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, I don't think it was terrible. It's a good time. It's like you play 1 or 2 rounds and then you turn it off, so it's a quickie.
Okay.
But that's all I was really playing. I watched a couple movies, though. You guys ever hear of the Lucky Number 11?
Yeah. Of course
yeah,
I did.
man.
This is the first time I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, I never even, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, wow. I didn't even know anything about it, but it was pretty good.
I really liked it, and how the main bad guys... Who are the main bad guys? Morgan Freeman and...
I don't know who the other guy was.
I want to say Bill Nye, but that's not right.
No.
Bill Nye.
Yeah, it's not him.
He'd play a great villain.
He played a great science guy.
Oh, the ball. It doesn't matter. But they have like those two huge towers in New York City across the street from one another.
Yeah, like they don't leave because they're afraid they're going to get killed.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good, pretty interesting movie. And Lucy Liu is fantastic in it.
Yeah.
Super charming.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I've never seen it before, so I mean, I had a good time watching it.
How did you come across that? That's not in your like. I can't imagine that was in your recommendations.
Probably Amazon, just looking through.
It's like here's one movie we found you didn't watch.
Yeah, eventually you get through to something. It's like, oh, fine, I'll fucking just put it on. A lot like Open Graves.
Have I seen that?
I think you did. It's about like a board game that kills people.
I've seen so many movies like that though.
No, tell me more because
I'm trying to
I'm
think
interested.
I didn't write much more than that.
Open graves, like plural.
Yeah. It's a really dumb board game. You roll a die and then you read a card and it tells you, like if you get a card that says epitaph, it tells you how you're gonna die.
Eliza Dushku's in it? How did I miss
Yeah.
that?
I think that's why I saw it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dumb.
I see it has a 4 stars on IMDb, so
Out of 5?
10.
Yeah, it was just so stupid because the winner gets a wish, and I don't know. They show this guy who played it before, and his legs were cut off, so he wishes for his legs back. And there's this one scene where his legs are growing back, and it's like so painful for him and shit. That's the only thing that stuck out in my head. The rest of it was fucking dumb as shit.
So you're saying don't watch it?
No, I'm not.
All right.
I'm saying check it out if you're into board games that kill people type movies.
I'm into Eliza Dushku movies, so maybe we'll see that.
There's some overlap. That's perfect.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. I think I might have seen it before too, but I didn't talk about it. So then I watched this newer movie. It's called Sick.
Sick. Okay.
It's about these two college girls, high school girls. I couldn't tell, whatever. But they go to a cabin. It's about quarantine. Like once all the schools were closed and everything, they just had to quarantine. So these two just go to a cabin together to just hang out. And then people try to kill them. They're just like these killers coming after them.
I was going to say, maybe I saw that movie, but I saw an entirely different movie set up the exact same way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sick is written by Kevin Williamson, the guy that wrote Scream.
Oh, really?
Which
And
Scream?
Scream 2. Interesting.
It's not terrible, but the whole thing, I don't know.
Does it get a Chump Slap thumbs up or down?
It's not a slapper.
I'd say it was a good enough movie to watch, but there's some aspects of it where you're like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's the killer type shit.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, like it was our unborn child who survived.
Well, it's just, all right.
I'm just making shit
Spoiler here. There's some girl's fucking Instagram has a picture of this guy. It turns out it's his parents that are fucking killing him. It's like, what the fuck is that? That has nothing
Well,
to do with
now I'm
anything.
taking off my list of shit to see.
Don't even, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't know why. Well, they tell you why, but you're like, oh, you fucking kidding me? It's so dumb. But I mean, other than that, it's cool just watching. The two leads are good actresses, and they do a good job of playing scared fucking badasses.
I was looking at, I checked it out on IMDb and the trailer's playing, and I just see, masks and people Lysoling groceries, and I don't know if I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. It
know?
brings you back to, the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Too much trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, you should
I'll
check
wait
it
a
out.
couple of years before we're all like, oh, yeah, that did suck.
Yeah, there's a scene where they're in a grocery store and someone coughs and everyone in the line just looks back like, what the fuck? But no, it's a decent movie. Let's check it out. But that's all I did. Watched and played.
All right.
All right, well, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the Plotty Time vibe check.
What's your vibe?
Nice, perfect. Love it. So did you guys hear that Activision will now pay $35 million to the SEC?
Oh, no.
Yeah, the reason for that is because of the way it violated workplace misconduct reporting rules and whistleblower protections.
Oh, good.
Nice.
About
So it
time
was,
these fuckers get taken down.
Yeah, apparently there was years upon years of reports of sexual harassment and discrimination that were buried, and now they have to pay a fine because they punish people for speaking out, allegedly.
Yeah.
But I guess it
not
wasn't a court
allegedly.
case.
They have to pay. Yeah.
But it's like a thing where it's like you have to pay us a fine, Will anybody go to the jail? Absolutely not. Just give us a lot of money, and this will go away.
Yeah. So now they have to sell more marijuana cosmetics.
Yeah, I guess so. Guys, we have another court case. Get a weed skin out there. Fucking A. Then there was also other news that PlayStation Plus Classics, the streaming versions of PS1 games, a few of them have been given trophy support. So there's a list of like 15 games that have trophies now.
Oh, shit.
Including Siphon Filter 1 through 3.
Guess what?
And
Chump.
even a couple PSP games like Pinball Heroes, No Heroes Allowed, and Super Stardust Portable.
No heroes allowed.
I have no idea what these games are, but I'm excited that PSP games are available in the Classics collection. Also, Everybody's Golf 1 and Everybody's Golf 2 and Ape Escape.
You ever play those Everybody Golf?
I don't think I ever did. I was into like the Tiger Woods games at that point.
Yeah, they look like Wii versions of Tiger Woods.
Yeah. I was like, no, man, I only do the real games.
Yeah, I'm being serious here, man.
Yeah, the real sim games, guys. Those are for babies. So we're all excited about that very much. Also, there was news that came out, and then it was quickly denied by Sony. But there was a report that said Sony slashes the production of the PlayStation VR 2 headsets because pre-orders were disappointing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the rumor was out there, and I thought there might have been some credence to it just because there's no line to pre-order. Like, you could pre-order it right now and still have it on launch day.
Yeah,
I just assumed you ordered it already.
I keep getting emails to pre-order it, and I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I did. I pre-ordered it months ago.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's not like the PS5, it's not like limited or exclusive pre-orders. And then I was like, well, this story kind of makes sense. And then I'm like, wait, maybe they actually learned from their mistake
and
have
produced
enough
a bunch.
inventory.
Yeah, exactly. so I can't tell,
But apparently Sony has come out and denied it and said that is ridiculous. They said that originally Bloomberg reported they were going to make 2 million of them to sell for launch, and now it's supposedly 1 million, and they plan to only ship 1.5 units between April and March 2024. So, but it was quickly disputed by Sony, saying that's not true at all.
Like, no, you fucking liars. Just because nobody's buying it doesn't mean we're not making them all.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess I'll believe Sony. Well, we'll see. We'll know when it gets sold how many units are out there. So,
yeah, I'll check it out. Maybe.
I'm excited about it, kind of. But speaking of VR, did you see the number actually came out of how much money Facebook lost in their VR division with the metaverse?
No. I'm eager to hear it.
In fiscal year 2022, $13.72 billion.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
I know, it's just funny, but they keep continuing to burn money on this metaverse thing that no one gives a shit about. Or can even really explain what it... Like, we are this audience. Like, we are the people that have money that can buy VR units, and none of us even know what the fucking metaverse is. Like, what is it?
This is Wii.
Isn't it just a virtual reality universe?
It's like a virtual... I assumed it was a virtual reality Second Life.
I thought it was just like a big mall with companies trying to sell you shit.
Why would you want that?
Like the Futurama version when they go in and the commercials are coming?
Yes.
Man, why... If that's the true, why would anyone think that's a good idea?
I'm not sure that's true.
I don't think it's true, but I mean, what else could it be? Just a Sims with a VR set?
I guess so, and nobody's got legs, apparently, and everyone's real mad about that. Well, they're mad that they lost about the integration of... It's so dumb. It's real dumb. And it's very surprising that they're spending this much money on something where they appear to have no vision.
Yeah, other than you can walk around in it.
You can walk around, you can buy stuff.
You can buy sneakers,
Cool, right?
but you can't see them because you don't have legs.
Don't you want to buy a new outfit for your guy? Here's a weed skin. Worked for Call of Duty. No, guess not.
Nah, I don't know. Facebook should just disappear.
I'm fine with never going on Facebook ever again.
I think I found out my second wish is just get rid of social media.
Whoa, make it never exist.
Yeah.
That's a good wish.
Man, what would the world be like if social media was never there?
I mean, there still could be things like news, but you couldn't get rid of Twitter and Facebook. Of course, this is all after Pokemon are real.
Of course.
Then
That's
nobody
number one.
would
We know
care.
that.
So.
Yeah.
We know that. But that's all I got for the Plotty Time vibe check.
And now you got your vibe checked.
How about we get into the game? How does that sound?
Let's fucking do it, dude.
All right, this game, it's been way too long. I've been saying this for years. It's been way too long since we did a Microsoft Kinect game.
I know. You keep saying
Did we ever
that.
do another one?
No.
Okay.
That's why it's been so long.
Exactly. It's been almost as long as we've done this podcast.
Hmm.
Or more than that, I guess. Anyway, so
What?
this week's game we're doing is a horror video game made directly for the Kinect. It is called Rise of Nightmare.
Ooh, spooky.
It was released September 6th, 2011. Number one song in the country. Excuse me, I gotta get into Bentley's voice. Well, that's not how you do. Okay, I got it. You guys ready? I'm gonna sing it as Bentley. That's what we do now.
Yep.
Bring it on, man.
If you know the answer, shout it out so I can stop singing like Bentley. Here we go. Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Wait, no. Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss till you're drunk and I'll show you what the booze like Jagger. I got the booze like Jagger. I got the booze like
It's so funny because even if I
Jagger.
know it, I'm not going to shut you up because it's so funny. It's Moves Like Jagger by
I've never even heard of that.
Maroon 5.
You're right. Moves like Jagger by Maroon
Jesus.
5. Whew. Okay, so number one movie in the country. This is a movie. I don't think you're going to get it from the tagline, so I'll give the tagline, I'll give a hint, and then I'll read the synopsis. Tagline is, don't talk to anyone, don't touch anyone. The hint for this movie is it kind of got a resurgence right around, I don't know, April 2020. It was in the news again, but as I said, it was released in September of 2011.
The Happening.
No.
What's the resurgence? Something about a plague.
Well, now we're thinking critically. I like it.
Well, that's kind of my guess was The Happening.
Okay, well then I'll read
28 days
synopsis.
later.
No, that was like 2004. Anyway, synopsis. When Beth Emhoff returns to Minnesota from a Hong Kong business trip, she attributes the malaise she feels to jet lag. However, 2 days later, Beth is dead, and doctors tell her shocked husband that they have no idea what killed her.
Quarantine.
No.
I was thinking Outbreak, but that was long before that.
Yeah.
Soon, many others start to exhibit the same
Think of the fucking
systems.
name of it.
And a global pandemic explodes. Doctors try to contain the lethal microbe, but society begins to collapse as a blogger fans the flames of paranoia.
Plague.
It is Contagion.
Oh, nope, never heard of it.
Okay, well, then it'd be hard for you to guess. But September 6, 1913, this day in history, the first aircraft ever to do the loop by Adolphe Pégon in France.
Adolphe.
So the planes were invented in, like, what, 1911? And 2 years later, someone fucking flipped it in the air? That's wild.
That's human ingenuity, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Anytime you get something, the first thing you think is, can I flip this?
Doing stunts.
It's like, oh, you've mastered flight like birds. You can get into the air. I wonder if I could flip this motherfucker. And the X Games started right there.
You never see a bird do a flip.
Yeah, you never see them do a loop, do you?
Yeah, it's weird.
This game was released for the Xbox 360, specifically for the Kinect camera. Well, not for the Kinect camera, involving the Kinect camera. It was developed and published by Sega. It is a single-player survival horror action game that I picked this week. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to roll right into this.
Do it,
Go
dude.
right ahead, man.
So obviously we all love this game. It starts in it's like a horror movie start. We're in a jail cell with two people who... The game didn't really do a great job of telling what people's names are.
Nope.
No.
So I had to read the wiki to figure it out. But these two are Aaron and Katya.
Oh, yeah, the wiki's in depth about it.
Yeah.
The wiki actually helped. It was
Yeah, it did.
overly detailed.
Yeah, you don't get the warning of this may be too much detail for you to handle.
Yeah. Aaron and Katya, they're in a jail cell. They escape. It looks like they're going to get out. And then they get into a cell where brick walls just close in on them and smush them. Just squish them good.
Yeah, real smooshed.
It's like it's very akin to like the beginning of a Saw movie.
Yeah,
That's what I kind of
exactly what I was thinking.
It's almost exactly like the beginning of Saw 2, the video game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Except your decisions you make here don't fucking matter.
Yeah, exactly.
As they should. Then you get the title card, Rise of Nightmares, and we're now on a train gliding through the Romanian countryside, introducing us to our main character. You mostly play this game as a guy by the name of Josh.
That alcoholic.
Josh the alcoholic, who is on a trip with his wife, Kate, and she's like, I guess this was like a last-ditch effort to try and save their marriage or whatever, and as he's talking to her, a fucking flask just falls on the floor. And
I
she's
had
like,
a problem with her.
You stop drinking.
I even wrote my very first note I have about her is she needs a divorce. What the fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
she's not happy.
Yeah, she's like, it's been 5 years and you're still drinking. You put up with it for 5 years.
That's a good point.
You're like, think better of yourself, woman.
Did they meet like when they were in college and just everybody drank and he like kept the party going way too long?
I don't know. He seems like a douche.
He's fucking carrying a flask. How many people carry flasks everywhere?
Especially on a train you can drink on anyway.
Yeah, there's a dining car and shit.
Yeah, now that I think about it, like, I have nothing wrong with flasks, but usually flasks, if I've ever used one, maybe a handful of times, because I get them as gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten them for like being in the wedding party and things like that, yeah.
Having a flask isn't weird. They're around. But if I've ever actually used one, it's because I went somewhere to drink and had to sneak in booze.
Yeah, like taking a flask to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was never like, man, I don't know if I could go a half an hour.
I'm going to the bar, but I need to bring a flask with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Or for frugal reasons, I'd take that. It's like, God damn, I am not paying $15 for a Jack and Coke. I'll take a Coke, please, and leave like 2 inches on the top. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
No.
But, no, okay. Oh, just me. Fuck me.
All right, yeah, whatever.
Dude,
So there's he has a drinking problem. Kate's not happy about it. She came on this whole trip to see if like he said he was going to clean it up. He didn't.
He's been saying it for 5 years.
Yeah.
She gets pissed off and then leaves. She walks out of the train car. I guess it was like a sleeper car or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh is like, Jesus, I guess I got to go find her in this foreign country on this train. So he gets up and he has this brief like mirror hallucination of terror.
Yeah, because he washes his face. That's what happens when you drink too much.
I guess.
And then as we're going through the train, we kind of run into some of the parties that we're going to see throughout the rest of the game. Some are killed very soon. Some are within the story for a while. But we run through...
I like the people taking a train to go to a rave.
Fuck yeah, man.
That's not the group of people you run into in most video games.
No, not really.
German rave kids?
Yeah, in Romania.
Yeah, it didn't look like they had luggage either. Like, was this a day trip?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a rave.
Yeah, man. What do you need?
You always
to
go
bring?
late to a rave.
You bring a flask and some drugs.
Yeah, and a couple of what are those glow sticks?
Pacifiers.
Oh, those too.
Fires, glow sticks. You want to stay hydrated on that train because when you get up,
Probably some fun dips, pixie sticks.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there.
we've all been there. Gum is key, guys. You
Yeah.
gotta
Oh,
bring it.
yeah.
And then you run into a bunch of weirdos, including 2 Russian ballerinas, Sasha and Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
The group of young ravers, you run into a woman with glasses who is named Jane. I don't think they mentioned her name in this game,
I don't know, maybe not.
but I had to look up Jane. There was a sleazy businessman talking. And then eventually you run into Yelly, who is the local trained psychic that does tarot cards. Oh, God, that reminds me. I was in Bethlehem. No, this will trust me. I was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and we went to this bookstore, and I picked this up right here. Chump Slap, can you describe to the people what you are seeing right now?
Garbage Pail Kids tarot deck.
Hell,
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
hell yeah. They're just as gnarly as you think they are, and there's like a 100-page book in here that tells you how to read tarot cards. I think I'm going to get into it. I think I'm going to get into it as a
should.
side hustle.
Next time I see you, I better get a reading.
I really think a lot of it is just it's a memorization game.
Yeah,
it's
and then
what
you
the
make
cards
up
mean
bullshit.
together.
Yeah.
And then if you forget, you just make stuff up, right? Like,
Yeah. Unless you're talking to someone else who knows how to do it, but why would they ask you to do it?
Exactly. They don't know, or they do know, but they won't ask me. They'll be like, "Yo, you're in on the scam too. All right, let's both be cool."
yeah.
So that's my tarot deck of the Garbage Pail Kids. Pumped about. There was also a Fallout one.
Interesting.
Not as cool.
Not as cool as Garbage Pail Kids.
No.
No, but still pretty dope. Anyway, so you find Yelly, who is the local trained tarot card reading psychic. She says something very cryptic to Josh. She says, "It comes for you, and it may already be too late." And then she fucks off, and the ticket guy's like, "Man, what a weirdo," right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you just like, all right, I'm just looking for Kate, whatever. So you continue through the train. You find a car with blood just splattered everywhere all over the seats.
Yeah, the blood train. Yeah, blood car.
Sure.
That's
And
in every
then
Romanian train.
Yeah.
It's right behind the sleeper car.
Yeah.
And then the couple of Romanian cops come tearing through the train. And some big, huge monster who is named Ernst, we come to find out later.
Right.
Do we, or is that only in the wiki?
No, he does say his
Okay,
name
all
once. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Victor yells Ernst a couple times.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this guy's name is Ernst. He's like got Katie like fireman style over his shoulder. She's not thrilled. He's walking away. And Josh is like, what the fuck? It's knock it off. And then Yelly, the train psychic, yells, and then the train crashes, derails, game over, man.
Yep.
Did we ever find out why it derailed?
No.
Okay.
No, it just derailed into like a river, like at the worst possible place
Yeah.
it could derail. I guess there's no good place to derail.
I assume Ernst did it, or Victor.
But they could have just let it go. Anyway, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I might have missed something.
No, I can't tell if this was like a thing that was going to happen and Victor and Ernst kind of just capitalized on it, or if it was a thing that they did on purpose to get people there. But at the same time, like, it seems pretty high profile if you're just trying to kidnap a couple people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was
People are going to come looking for these people. And if someone bought that train, they're going to want their train back. So
fair enough.
this is also apparently, I forgot to write it down, but there's people, the Romanians, the locals are talking about how the woods they're in are cursed.
Yeah, they said that a bunch.
Yeah, they did.
It's like some kind of local legend or whatever. But
Hey, let's go check it out.
you jump off the train as it gets swept away. You regroup with a handful of survivors on the shore. They're in like a little like cave alcove thing. They got a fire going. They talk about the woods being cursed. And then the businessman guy, the scumbag from before, is like, you know what? You guys are idiots. This is dumb. I'm walking. I don't need this. So he walks away and immediately gets probably violently murdered off screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest are like, we're going to head through the cave, see what's on the other end. So,
What do you
And
do
they're
in
like,
that
"You wanna come?"
situation?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I'd probably just chill in that cave.
That's what I would do.
I don't think I'd go deeper in.
Because people are going to come where the train crash was.
The only way I'd go deeper in is if I was being chased by whatever killed that guy outside.
Yeah.
I think, okay, what would I do or what I would like to think I'd do?
No, what would you really actually do?
If I was in that
Shit
position and
myself.
yeah, I'd shit myself, step one. But if I heard that guy getting mauled to death out there, and I would probably like go in the cave a little bit, like maybe try to find a big rock to hide behind or something.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to leave that area.
Like a little nook or cranny.
Yeah, it's a dark cave, man. You can hide in the side.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's probably what I would do. And if everybody else, or like maybe I'd see the people in front of me and be in the cave, but stay back like a couple feet, like let them be the hero.
Yeah, let them sit out, get
Yeah.
taken first, right?
But I certainly wouldn't walk out of the cave when that guy clearly got murdered. Or as he's getting murdered, I'd run. Because what are the odds there are two monsters out there? Probably good. In the
Good
cursed
thinking,
woods.
though.
Yeah.
Well, it is cursed woods.
So, you head in the cave, you pass through the cave, and the survivors just kind of find themselves in some kind of weird ass swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then the general, guy who was apparently a retired military guy, he just gets like Han in, or no, like Luke in Star Wars. I know Dr. Scientist loves this
I
reference.
don't get what
When
you're
they're-
talking about.
They're in the trash compactor. Everyone's in some shallow water, and all of a sudden, Luke gets sucked down and goes below under the water
Right, that happens in so many movies.
so many times. And there goes the general. He's fucking gone. So everybody else runs to the shore, and they find a dead body hanging from a tree.
Oh, yeah, there's a hangman there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "What the fuck did we just walk into? We are hearing this guy get murdered. We saw the general get sucked under, and he's gone. We see bodies in the trees." Maybe these woods are cursed.
Let's go into this old castle or whatever.
Yeah, some wild castle mansion they end up with, and you actually you meet up again with Aaron, the dude from the beginning of the game who got murdered by the squish wall, and you run into the two ballerinas. They're all another group of survivors that made it to the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing we know, a couple of them get killed. It's a couple of the group of survivors. I didn't write down which ones. It doesn't matter. And then Ernst shows out of nowhere and grabs Josh and runs away. You basically get knocked out. And guess what? You come to, because that's what happens in single-player games that we go over. And then Josh awakens. He's tied to a chair with some mad scientist who we later find out was Victor. And
Right.
there's another guy like sitting opposite of you, tied up. And he's just chopping his arms off and splitting wigs.
Oh, that's some mad science shit.
Yeah.
And then he says, I have this note down, but I don't know if this makes sense. Oh, yes. So Victor gets a, quote, call.
Yeah, what? He's just like, ring, ring. Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
Yeah. I got to stop doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, he's walking around. He's like, ring, ring. Like, he doesn't hear a ring, people. I'm saying he made the ring, ring noise with his mouth. And then he's like, excuse me, I have a call. And it's he picks it up and he's talking to his wife, Mary, saying that she had news for him. But this was all like Victor's. This is, I guess, set to establish that Victor's completely out of his mind. I mean, he did just rip off an arm and kill a guy with an axe to the face.
Yeah,
but,
so the talking to himself really does it.
Yeah.
yeah, in case you guys didn't get it. And then at the last second, Josh gets saved by a bald German guy whose name I never got.
I don't think they ever tell you.
But he hits Victor. Victor leaves the room, and then another weird, I guess, demon nurse is watching him. I don't know what else you'd call that. But she gets hit. The bald guy rescues Josh, and then he's like, "We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. This is messed up." And then he immediately gets smushed in half, split in half by a door closing.
Well, that
Like
was
a
more
big-
like a guillotine hallway.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it keeps going back up and down. You can like,
yeah.
Oh, was it? I just remember him being like, "You go ahead," blah, and then that was
Yeah,
that.
he's like, let me look at this.
let me crawl through this doorway really slow.
No, he's like, check out this fresh blood here. Like,
Yeah.
What's that? And then boom, guillotine falls on him, cuts him right in half.
Absolutely. And then you got some horror movie shit you got to do. A lot of puzzle stuff. Josh finds a key in a toilet that's filled with blood. He turns on the power. He heads upstairs. And then he finds Jane, the woman from the bus with the glasses.
Yeah,
And she's like, "Oh my God, what the fuck is happening? We got to get out of here." And she is immediately attacked by Ernst.
yeah.
Like, you see her for 2 seconds, and then she gets attacked. And then you run. You get a phone call and a video. I think this was like a real. I don't know what the presentation method was, but you see a video with your wife Kate being tied to a chair, being tortured, and Josh says he is going to fuck up that British lady who has her.
Right.
And then
That's the first time we see the British lady too, right?
yes, that is the first we see of the British lady, which I'm a little confused about, but we'll get to it. And then you meet. So like as of right now, I don't know if I love the game. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but it's making sense. Like there's weird stuff happening. The train wrecked. There was some kind of premonition.
At this part in the game, I have just written down various people with you die.
Yeah, well, they don't do a great job of naming these people
Yeah.
or showing relationships.
Yeah.
But they you see people around you getting killed. I get it. I understand what's going on. But then you find a dog that has a man's head.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wrote, "What is this?"
It's Fido.
Yeah.
And his name is Marchosius, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce that, so that's why I call him Fido.
yeah.
Fido. They do, like, I think Victor calls him Fido
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
joke.
I just called him the Mars Attacks dog.
I completely forgot about the Mars
Oh,
Attacks dog. With
yeah.
fucking, wait, whose head is on the Mars
I don't
Attack
remember.
dog?
It's a female.
that-
Yeah, it's president's wife, maybe?
No, it's the news show host, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes, yes.
And then she makes out with Pierce Brosnan's severed head.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, what a great movie.
Oh yeah, classic.
You do a couple fetch quests, which I thought was funny. To get Fido's heart, get it? Fetch, dog quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I nailed it.
Yeah.
And then you run into what I wrote down as bouncing jester babies who take over robot souls.
Yeah, something like I put puppet people.
What? Oh yes,
Bouncing
yes.
jester babies.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
And then a ghost comes out of nowhere and shows you the way. This is where the game kind of a lot of things happening. A lot of curveballs getting thrown at us.
Did we
real
get
fast.
past the ballerina fight already?
Where is the ballerina fight? Do I have the ballerina?
It's
fight
right before
It's all around the same thing.
the dog, I think.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. I just thought that was a cool fight. They were just like, they look like a music box, a child's music box when you meet them, and they're like, oh, what the hell is this? And then
Was this like the zombie version or whatever?
yeah, the zombie Tasha and
Version of-
Sasha.
Sasha. Yeah, I do remember seeing them. I don't know if you fight here, but let's pretend you do.
All right, cool.
So you keep going on. You walk into a room and you find Kate on a conveyor belt, and you end up fighting Ernst. You knock him down. You seemingly kill him, and you save Kate. But then Ernst wakes up, and you're like, "Oh shit, what are we gonna do?" And then out of nowhere, he lifts up a grate and points at you and says, "Fucking get out of here, man."
Yeah.
Yeah, because you knock some sense into him.
I guess like you knocked out the programming or something.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's like, "Get out of here!" So you get out, and then you hear Ernst getting murdered, and you see blood just pouring down the grate,
that's pretty cool.
which I thought was odd because if they can see the blood coming down, they got to be like right there. So Victor would be like, "You guys stay there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
poke you or something. I don't know, poke you with a stick while you're through that grate."
It was probably too heavy a door for Victor to lift.
That would make sense. That's why only Ernst was able to do it, or why Ernst was like, "This is a good idea."
Yeah.
That's very possible. So then, where am I? You and Kate, you get outside, you escape over a shit bridge through the woods,
Shit bridge?
like not a bridge made of shit, but a bridge of shit quality.
Okay.
Kind of like when bodies bust out of shit wood and hit pavement.
Right.
And then Kate seems to like just something clicks off, and she's in like a trance singing to herself.
Yeah, she is.
And then she leads you to what I have described as a Mayan zombie rave.
It was definitely a dance party of some sort.
There was a lot of lights, like way too many LEDs or
Yeah. What are those
colored
doing
lights.
in the middle of a cursed woods?
I can't think of a better place for him.
Is this the rave they were trying to get to? Do you
No.
think? Probably not. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think
You're right.
so.
Let's shut down that line of thought. You're right. You encounter. I was very confused at who this was.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out, after reading about it a bunch, that this quote-unquote British lady is Victor, but from what I read, he's able to jump into other bodies.
Yeah.
What? I thought
Yes.
it was Victor just dressed as his wife.
I also thought that too, but apparently it's not. Like I said,
know.
this is the most accurate podcast in the game.
I thought, because it definitely looked like Victor's face. He had fucking white makeup on and shit, and he was just
It doesn't matter.
wearing
really.
his wife's clothing.
Yeah, and he was... See, I thought he jumped into a woman, but he was still himself in a way because he did that like dual personality, like arguing with each other.
Yeah,
where
which made
he'd
me
talk
think.
as the woman and argue with a man, and then he'd like flip to the other side and be Victor and argue.
Yeah,
Either way, some kind of fuckery's going on here.
right, fair.
And then he kisses Kate, who's tied up, while Josh is restrained by other Mayan zombie folk. And then Kate tries to enter the Tesla gateway, or whatever the hell that is. The
Portal of some
Yeah,
sort.
some
Portal?
sort of portal.
portal's a better way to describe that. And then you end up destroying these like Tesla coil tower. That's why I called it the Tesla
Oh,
gateway,
yeah.
'cause Tesla coils from Command and Conquer. And then you destroy the towers. Victor's body gets zapped as hell and lit on fire. And then the Fido dog knocks him out.
Knocks
Yeah, the Fido dog.
who out?
You.
Right, right.
And then Josh comes to, and he's tied to like a vertical table, like Hannibal Lecter style, you know?
Yes.
And the guy by the name of, how do we pronounce it? I have it written phonetically. Marchosius?
Marchesius.
Marchosius. I think it's Marchosius. And
Did
then
this twice already. We don't have to do it again.
It's Marchesius.
Marchman then rips an eel monster from the dead body of Victor
Obviously.
and just fucking dumps it right down your throat. Just right down the throat. And you come to as, like, I guess you pass out from whatever this trauma is, and then you come to, but you look down and you're fucking Ernst. You look like the big bad guy Ernst. You can't communicate, and all you can hear is like your inner monologue, your Josh inner monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand how that happened.
It has something to do with the eels and transferring of bodies.
Like, did
but I
he-
don't know.
Did he take your eel out and give it to Ernst?
That's like, okay, I'm buying the
No,
I'll
I
buy
think-
the fact. No, go ahead, Dr. Scientist.
It just, you lose your body to him, and they must throw you in that, because they can't just leave you both in the same body.
Yeah.
So is that just like a Frankenstein style, like blank vessel thing?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
assume
so whichever body he takes goes into that, I guess. But then he...
It could be.
Yeah, because then he says something about, like, you'll eventually just turn into the guy, Ernst.
So then, as you're Ernst and you're restrained, normal Kate and Josh walk up to you. So Victor is now in your body posing as you.
Oh, yeah. Very tricky.
Yeah, very tricky guy, that Victor. So then right after this, we get a neat callback to the beginning of the game, and you're Ernst. And as you're walking around, you find Aaron and Katya from the beginning, and they freak out thinking you're going to kill them and run away, and then that's when they get into the trap and crushed.
Idiots.
Which made the first 5 minutes of the game not seem pointless, at least.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was like tragic, right? Like
Yeah.
he probably would have helped them, but they ran into the trap and end up dying.
Yeah, he's pretty much just, like, whining, like, no, come on, man. Come on, I hope you.
But he can't say anything. He's just
Yeah.
grunts.
Just
as
like in his
Ernst.
head. Yeah.
And then you can use Ernst's super badass chain as a weapon now as Josh. Like you're still in there, Josh, but you just can't talk.
Right.
You're just in a body that isn't yours.
Yep.
And then you keep going. You run into Jane again, the woman with the glasses, but now she's evil or some kind of zombie.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up fighting her. And then this is probably my favorite moment of the game, where she's like not all there. She's possessed, like something's wrong. And she sees Marchosius, and she's like, "Are you hurt?" And then jumps, like tackles him, jumps on him, and then self-immolates. And then they're both dead.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. Sack move.
Sack move. Possibly an otherworldly sack move. Like she was not all there. Like she was possessed.
Yeah, you beat some sense into her, and then she.
Is that the like that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
theme of the game? Like
I
if you
think
hit
so.
someone, if you beat the shit out of someone enough, they're gonna come around. That's
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Please don't take that clip out of context. Oh, Christ. All right. So then you keep going on, and Josh keeps, he goes into the forest. He runs into Yelly, the train psychic, doing some kind of weird dance ritual in the forest.
Yep.
And basically, she knows you're not Ernst. She knows you're Josh. And she's like, I can fix this. Like, I can get your body back. You can save Kate. You just have to trust me. And you're basically like, you don't know how to get your goddamn body back. You don't know how this works.
This is weird. I'll take.
So you're like, yeah, I guess this is the option now. You seem nice. You know tarot decks.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, all right, I got this. And then she fucking stabs you.
Stabs you back to the train.
And then you stabs you back into the dream realm, which takes you and back to the train ride. But the difference here is it's like different color scheme. It's like otherworldly. The sound sounds weird. But you can also hear the thoughts of everyone that's on the train in your fever dream mind brain.
Yeah, that's
Makes
and then
sense.
I started writing down all these, and I'm like, most of these are worthless.
Yeah.
It gives you a neat like character background, but I feel like this happened too late because everyone's already dead.
Yeah. What do you care?
Because you run into this one dude who's with the partying group, and it turns out he's a real piece of shit, and he's like, yeah, I think I can get like these women to smuggle drugs for me.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm glad that guy's dead. And then you hear the other two girls, and they're just like, we can't wait to party. It's going to be so fun. You're like, well, that's sad.
Yeah.
You keep going through the train, and then the important memory that you hear is you run into Kate, and then she's thinking like, oh my God, should I tell Josh that I'm pregnant? Like, will he finally get it together and stop drinking if I tell him this? And Josh is like, oh shit.
That's like the classic idea of a abused woman.
yeah.
I don't know what the thought process is between a couple being like, or both understanding that this is not going great and this might end poorly, but let's have another child. Like that'll fix everything.
Yeah. Well, fucking happens all the time.
Oh, it really does. So you find out, and then as you are going through the train after this big bomb gets dropped, Victor shows up into the dream realm and he finds Kate, and he like embraces her, and he's like, "Oh, you don't understand. This is so much like my Mary." And then we get into the Victor backstory.
Oh my God.
Which, okay, I'll just go through it. We'll get to the end. But Victor, basically, he was with this woman named Mary. He was a scientist. He still seemed like an evil scientist at the time, but
Yeah,
he
was.
that. And he's like, I want this baby to be perfect. So he starts running wild ass experiments on this baby. I assume the baby was alive, right? Like was the baby born ever? I think
Yes.
I thought maybe you killed it in the womb. I couldn't.
No, because it had a crib and everything.
That doesn't mean it was born.
Well, it was a baby.
Either way, he wanted the baby to be perfect. So he did some evil scientist shit, and he ended up killing the baby. That's implied. Like, that's what we get from what Mary's saying. And
Yeah, a little more than implied.
yeah, that's true.
Mary's
That's true.
like, literally, you killed my baby.
yeah.
Well, that was the implication.
Oh.
It's about the implication. So then fucking Victor is like, I am mad because you're making me feel feelings, and then kills and strangles and kills Mary and murders her right there.
He's a great guy, too.
And then he's like, hey, you know what? NBD, as long as I love you, you're alive to me. I'm like, what the fuck kind of... I wrote that quote down because I was like, holy shit, this man is broken, insane.
That's why I thought he was just posing as her.
I thought that too when I was watching it, and maybe that was the case. Maybe I just missed that part because he still had the white face. He may have just put on a wig.
Yeah.
But then I read he could jump through bodies, so I assumed that was what happened. Because...
Well, I figured that jumping through bodies was the whole weird animal thing, that weird slug.
So did he keep Mary's... He kept Mary's body. Like, we've seen that in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tries to raise him from the dead.
But
Mary
does
and
he
his kid.
put... Is that Mary? Like, is that Mary's body that he put the eel into?
I don't know.
Let's just assume it is. So then he keeps the body around. He wants to bring the wife back. That's his whole point of what Victor's doing. He's trying to resurrect the dead. And that's his evil villain arc, right?
Yeah.
So then through a voiceover, Yelly, the tarot card psychic, tells him to kill Victor in the dream realm. So you're on some kind of...
Makes sense.
Why not? Why we've gone this far.
Yeah.
So you're on some kind of ethereal, like, floating island thing. Victor becomes a robot, and you fight him, you kick his ass, you stab him to death.
To death.
Stab him to death.
Stab him to death.
turning him into a normal person, Victor, and he keeps saying how you failed Mary, you're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. But it's a fake out because we go back into the real world and it turns out you stabbed Yelly.
No.
Yeah, we're back in the real world now. Well, we're back in what we perceive as the game's real world. And then basically Yelly being stabbed, she's like, oh, I'm dying. You still have time. That was Victor. You can save Kate at the ritual site. I can tell through my senses that the resurrection window isn't open yet. So get the fuck out of here. Go save Kate.
Right.
So I think this is a sack move, right? Like she sacked herself.
I don't think she was expecting to get stabbed.
Yeah, I think it just happened.
I don't think there's many people that expect to get stabbed.
Well, he was like in a dream state and just wildly swinging a knife around, and then she just got in the way by accident.
That's true, and it could have been like a half a second as far as she knew.
Yeah, true.
Like,
that.
wait, is it working? And she walks over, gets stabbed.
Yeah.
So as we keep going on, you head over, you battle your way to the site, and then there's this blinding magical light, and you go into another nether realm now.
Ooh, real surreal one this time.
And you fight and knock out Mary. You kill her instead of giving her Kate and your baby.
Yeah, she has the unborn child, and you kill her to take it
Yeah,
back.
it's like in the ethereal world, isn't it like a physical child?
Yeah.
It's more of like a So to keep their souls or whatever, you kill her, and this huge light ball crashed into some Roman columns and turns into a baby, which is happening. It was very confusing. You get drowned out, and you wake up in the train again.
Yeah.
As if none of this has happened. And then that's basically the end of the game, but as like a little postscript here, Josh is walking down the train. I assume we're at the point where he's trying to find Kate. So he's walking down the train. It might not be. He might just be him on the train. But he's walking down. He walks past a guy that appears to have bandages all around him.
Right.
He was horribly burnt.
Yeah.
So this guy sits down. He opens up his briefcase. There's 3 vials with parasites in them, like exactly like the parasites that got ripped out of Victor's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the end of the game.
Do you think those 3 parasites are Victor, his wife, and his child?
No.
I think one. I think.
Okay.
Well, who's the burnt guy? Is that
That's Marchesis's. Yeah. I assumed.
If that's it, why? I don't understand the relationship between Fido and Victor. I don't understand what this
I'm pretty
is.
sure Fido was like his right-hand man, but he fucked something up.
Yeah.
And that's why he put his head on a dog.
Like maybe that was like, all right, you fucked
He
this up.
explained it, I thought.
He
at one
does.
point.
He's like,
I don't remember what he said.
yeah, he said something like I fucked up one of his experiments. So that's what he did to me. He put my head on a dog.
He's like, whatever. This happens like twice a month. He'll fucking. fix
Yeah,
it.
he'll get over it. It's cool.
Just it was my fault. It was my fault, really. But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game. We did it. We got through it. It was fucking awesome. Let's go ahead and head into our final thoughts here. Let's just wrap
Let's
this one
do
up.
it.
And we'll start with you, Dr. Scientist. How does that sound?
All right.
Ooh.
So, Dr. Scientist, as always, we ask you questions. And the first one is, did watching this video make you want to play this game? Did the story work for you, or was it just more of the same? And what score out of 27 stars do you think wouldn't be lame?
It definitely wasn't more of the same. I'll give you
Yeah.
No,
I mean, your questions were, I'm pretty sure you did that exact same one a couple of times, but
dude, we've done this 210 other times. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did.
would I play it? No.
Okay.
Did the story work for me? I don't know. It's just a dumb horror story. It doesn't even seem like.
Dumb?
Yeah.
Shit was deep.
I'm sure he's still an alcoholic, right? Like there was no learning through him. There was no.
I'm pretty sure he came around at the end.
I
got
don't
some
think he did.
Sense knocked into him. It was the whole fucking theme of the game.
I know. I don't think it worked. I don't know. It just seemed like.
It seemed like, just to kind of work on your point there, Dr. Scientist, I felt like this was a game that had a great story at one point, but like stuff just kept getting cut to make it work with Kinect, and this was kind of like the bones it was left with.
Maybe. That's being generous.
Okay.
I just, I don't know. It just seemed pointless. It's just horror for horror's sake in VR. It seems what it seems like.
It wasn't even VR.
Whatever. Connect. It doesn't matter. Same thing.
It's like a Wii.
Both of them are dumb. It's just, it didn't really, like other horror games we do at least have some kind of, it's usually like a mental health issue or something. But this one's just, I drink a lot, I run into a dangerous forest, and now I'm back.
All right.
So the story didn't really work for me. I mean, it's no Quiet Man.
Ooh, it's more than 0 points.
Yeah.
Nothing will be.
But I'll give it, how am I feeling today?
Jerky.
Yeah. All right, jerky it is. 3 stars.
Okay, that's 3 stars from the doctor. How about you there then, Sir Chump Slap? You're up next.
All right.
Did watching this video make you want to play this piece? Oh, what rhymes with piece? Did the story work for you,
Or did you feel you got fleeced?
or did you feel you got fleeced? What score out of 27 stars do you think you'd tell your niece?
I don't have a niece, but if I did, okay. Did this make me want to play it? No, not really. But I did watch a video of a whole playthrough where there's like the person in the corner and you could see like them doing the moves and stuff. Right. It made me want to buy the PSVR too. Just because I was like, oh, well, that does kind of look fun, doing stupid shit. But no, it didn't make me want to play this. Did the story work for me? I thought the story wasn't bad. It was interesting.
Was it?
Yeah. I didn't understand the whole, like, the slug thing, but
Okay.
this mad scientist creating these creatures, doing this weird experiments and shit. I mean, that makes sense. It happens all the time.
Okay.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole idea of them derailing a train just to
Find bodies to stick
steal a
parasites
body.
in.
I think they were just stealing the child. That's all they really wanted, was the unborn child
They knew Kate was pregnant.
to make his dead wife happy or whatever.
That was definitely the thing that Victor was going after. I don't know what the purpose would have been to have all those other people around.
Everyone else was like Marchesis and the other guy, Ernst. They were just Victor's right hand men. Like, they were just his fucking lackeys or whatever.
Yeah, and maybe I'm thinking of it too in depth, but if we're led to believe that this whole story took place in Josh's head or someone else's head or whatever, then do you think that maybe it was kind of like a test run for Victor and Marchesis? Well, that doesn't make sense because he did get burned. I thought it was like maybe another test run or something, kind of like a simulation he ran through to see if anyone on the train was someone he'd come after.
I figured all those parasites are a hive mind, and they all become.
Now you're really just adding things that aren't even
out of my
in
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are coming up with theories to try and make sense of what we saw. That's what we're doing.
I mean, we do that a lot, but that was just...
All right. Well, all right. Maybe the story didn't make sense, but Either way, I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. And out of 27 stars, for how much the story didn't make sense but was still enjoyable, I'll give it a 6.
Okay, that's a big 6. I like it. I like your style.
Thanks. So let me ask you a couple questions there, Scotchy.
What are they? What do you think?
Did watching this video make you want to plug in your Kinect?
Oh.
Was the story pretty good, or did it seem kind of wrecked?
Mm-hmm.
And out of 27 stars, how far were you erect?
That was easily the best one you guys have ever done.
Thank you.
Top
Thank
3.
you.
Top 3.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I didn't see it coming.
No, I did not. That's part of the charm.
Yeah.
Oh, criminies. Okay, did watching this video make me want to play it? I thought the story was interesting, and it felt more like a mid-2000s horror movie or something that would be directed by Uwe Boll.
Yeah, okay.
But it was weird. It kind of made me want to play it. A little bit. But you're right. It made me really more excited for the PSVR coming out in a couple weeks. Well, no, like 10 days. Sweet.
Yeah, right.
And sure, it made me want to play it more than before I knew this was a game that existed. Did the story work for me? I would have liked to see maybe the characters get named, or maybe there'd be a little bit more character stuff, because they're just kind of like, it felt like a Friday the 13th movie where they just keep adding kids and don't give them any backstory or anything, and then when they die, you're like, okay, I guess Mary's like, what? I don't know anything about her. I don't care. It's just fodder. It's just guts getting put through the mill there.
Right.
So it was kind of generic at points, but I liked the charm it had. I liked Victor as a as a demon enemy, whatever he was. I liked this wild. I didn't see the game ending with a fever dream and a zombie rave. I didn't see that coming. So overall, I'd say it's weird. Not the best story I ever saw, but it kept me entertained for the 45-minute movie. So kind of worked. What score out of 27 stars would I give it? Now, I would not go as far as to say this story was good.
Fair.
It had some interesting and fun moments. It was kind of a lot getting thrown into here. I mean, we had body swapping parasites, we had trickery, we had saw traps, we had a dog with a guy's head. It was kind of all over the place. So if it had been something that was more cohesive, I might be in the teens, like mid-teens.
It very well could have gone there.
It could have been. It had potential, but my heart, I can't give it more than a 7, and I think that's being very generous.
That's fair.
So with that gives a total score of 16. And this year already, we gave Armed and Dangerous a 15 last week.
Right. That's about
You guys
right.
obviously remember that. And we also gave the Warriors a 16. So that's kind of the company it's keeping.
Sounds right.
I agree. I think we nailed it again, guys.
We are the most accurate podcast.
Most accurate podcast in the game. So that being said, if we got nothing else to say about this, let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Syintist, Radical Pokemon Lock of the Week.
Oh my god, it's Radical Pokemon.
Every week, Dr. Syintist picks a fucking dope Pokemon to tell us about. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, I thought, what Pokemon would I give Poppascotch when I make Pokemon real?
Ooh.
Okay.
And it took me a while to find a
The
good one.
lame-o.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort.
It took me a while to find one I thought fit you, but I decided on one called Rotom. And it's
How do you spell that?
Rotom. It's motor backwards.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
it's not really. It's a ghost Pokemon, and
Oh.
all it does is inhabit electronics equipment and do mischief.
He looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like the electricity gremlin from Gremlins 2, I'll take that.
sure.
I'll take that
Yeah,
all day.
you
Oh,
like
yeah.
go into your washer and turn it off mid-cycle, so it just sits in the water until you realize.
He's so infuriating.
I know,
Well, I
right?
guess it's mischief, so I guess, that's its thing.
Yeah, or it'd stop your microwave like 2 minutes early, so your stuff's still cold.
And then you keep doing your microwave again over and over, and it still doesn't heat
Yeah.
up the thing.
But
I'm like,
maybe,
okay.
maybe if you were nice enough, every once in a while he'd mow your lawn for you if you have an electric mower.
Of course I do. Oh, wow. You can turn into anything.
Yeah, you can anything that's electrical you can go into. Your refrigerator and just shut it off. That would be hell.
Oh, you could go on your phone and start texting people.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I'm fine with this designation.
Oh, I'd make him pretty tough too, so you could win Pokemon battles, but he'd still be annoying you all the time.
I love having the capability to be this annoying, and everyone just being like, well, that's a Rotom for you. It's like a get out of jail free card.
True.
I'll take it.
But yeah, that was my Pokemon Poppascotch Lock of the Week.
I love it. Rotom, I'm taking it. I can't change it now forever. So let's go ahead then and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps, this or that.
We're going to play this or we're going to play that.
Every week, we give Chump Slap 7 prompts, and this week, he is going to have to decide if the prompt I give him is a Barry White song or a McDonald's slogan.
Jesus.
So,
Fucking.
is the name of a Barry White song, or is it a slogan that McDonald's used at one time or another?
All right. I got this.
So this is rapid fire. We're going to throw these 7 in a row at Chump Slap. He has to scream them out, and we'll see how he does at the end. Are you ready, Sir Chump Slap?
Let's get it on.
All right, here we go. Number 1. What you want is what you get.
McDonald's.
Every time a good time.
Barry White.
I'm qualified to satisfy you.
That's white.
Sorry. Put a smile on.
Donald's.
I've got so much to give.
White.
I'm loving it.
McDolan.
Never going to give you up.
What? That's got to be Barry White.
All right, that's all 7. And holy shit, man, you're coming right back. That is 6 out of 7. You nailed.
Oh,
which one did you get wrong?
this?
He got number 2 incorrect. Every time a good time is not a Barry White song. That is a McDonald's slogan.
Okay. That makes sense.
6 out of 7 is very good. You seem disappointed.
Yeah, because I want
I'm a little bit
score.
disappointed in him. Not gonna lie.
If it's not
Well, that was an
perfect,
easy
it's
one.
not good enough.
Well, I wouldn't say it's an easy one. That's a lot easier than the one I gave you last week.
Yes.
So,
yes.
we're going to throw curveballs left and right, but that's a 6 out of 7. Let's say someone maybe wrote their own Barry White song that incorporates McDonald's slogans, and they wanted us to have it. Where could they send the email with all that information to, Sir Chump Slap?
I don't know how anyone else could write a Barry White song. That doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah,
you
they really
if you
can.
had an AI do it,
There you go.
send it to plottytime@gmail.com. I'll read and respond. I'll maybe even throw in a little joke here or there. Who knows?
Perfect. And if they want to get to us faster on the good socials, how would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram, And, well, nobody checks Twitter anymore. It's not worth it. No, Instagram. And stop by the Reddit with a nice picture of Chump Slap on a train with the train psychic getting his tarot cards read. Sure.
Perfect. I love it. I love everything about that.
Yeah, I like trains.
You can also head over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Go to plottytime.com, which takes you to our eBay store where you can buy some merch. And I don't know. I guess that does it for us. So as always, shout out Blaine JJ. Shout out Drago the Slago. Shout out to Hamman and always Luis Guzman. More importantly than that, don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.
Peace.